Welcome to the Planeswalker Project.
What's up, everybody? So with the release of Commander 2017, we got a ton of really neat new cards, and we've already looked at what I think the best 5 new cards from this set are right over here. Now, alongside of those new cards were a ton of really sweet reprints. So, in this video, we're going to check out the top 5 best reprints in Commander 2017. Let's check them out. Leonin Arbiter is our first and is an absolute monster of a hate bear. It's very reminiscent of Aven Mind Sensor. This creature prevents any player from searching through their library unless they pay 2 mana to do so that turn. This shuts down cards like fetch lands and tutors, which can be devastating in Commander. Whether you're running a Pillow Fort deck or a control deck, if your deck runs white and needs some form of slowing down your opponent's game, this is the card you should be looking at. Not that one. This one. Next up is Decree of Pain. A lot of people fawn over Damnation, and yes, it's a good board wipe, it's one of the cheaper ones in black, but I feel like Decree of Pain has a lot more potential. You have a ton of board wipes in black, and Damnation just seems so vanilla. It doesn't have an extra ability, there's no added bonus. Over the last year, I feel like I've learned that Damnation is pretty average and relatively subpar when it comes to wiping the field, and in Commander, I really want my board wipes to do more. Decree of Pain can give you a ton of card draw after killing everything on the field, and even if you don't want to use it for that ability, it has a cycle mechanic that'll be able to do -2/-2 to all the creatures in play, so you're still going to get value out of it even if you can't pay that 8 mana to cast it. Door of Destinies comes in at number 3, and while it's only in the Vampire deck, this card has so much value in tribal decks across the board. I love that this offers a scaling Anthem effect. When you start being able to cast multiple creatures of the type that you're in, those counters on the door really begin to build up, and suddenly your whole army might be getting +5/+5 or even more. I used to love playing this in my Elf tribal deck, and I feel like if you can slip in a few proliferate abilities in some way, shape, or form, you can really start racking up a ton of buffs. At number 2 is none other than the Scion of the Ur-Dragon. This is perhaps the most iconic tribal dragon commander, and this has obviously been a shoo-in for this year's pre-con. I mean, you're playing 5-color dragons. If you don't put in the Scion, you're doing yourself an injustice here. This powerful creature can send any dragon from your library to the graveyard, and then it becomes a copy of it for the turn. And when you look at it being in tandem with our graveyard recursion strategy that we covered in our video, this could be extremely broken. I would say in some ways, given the strategy that's best suited at this moment for Dragon Commander decks, that this would do so much better in place of the Ur-Dragon, and then the Ur-Dragon just is a part of the 99. And lastly, at number 1, we have Mirari's Wake, one of the best spells for any green-white token creature-based strategy. You get both ramp and anthem effect on a single card, giving it a ton of utility. This is one of those permanents that I found, if it's not handled immediately, can often lead to a game win. Often I found that the player who can get their ramp engine going faster is usually the one who wins the game, or at least does much better than the other 3 players. They're able to drop their bigger spells sooner, and they get to go off quicker than the player who doesn't have ramp at the table. I'm sorry, Iros. And that's going to do it for this episode. Which reprints did you find to be the better picks from this set? Do you agree with the ones that I found to be the better options? Feel free to yell at me in the comments if you found something better. Remember to like and share this video with your Commander playgroup, and if you want to help support the show become even more impressive, check out our Patreon. Let's make the Planeswalker Project one of the best Commander channels on YouTube, and with that, I will see you all at the beginning of the next upkeep.